Hey guys, welcome back to the Bitcoin analysis video. Had you guys watched my video yesterday, you would have been prepared for exactly everything that has happened. What we talked about was the tap on 60K, and we're going to be seeing a ton of buy orders coming in, and that's very likely going to have a massive bullish momentum for Bitcoin. Now, evidently, as we see Bitcoin's up 11%, what we talked about in our last video was correct. The very important thing is the 60K to 70K zone. Now, throughout the past few days on the Bitcoin videos we've made, firstly, when Bitcoin was still at 88, 90,000, we talked about the decline towards this 70K area. And when Bitcoin hit 70K area, we talked about yesterday when Bitcoin was around 69, 68K, how Bitcoin was going to hit 60K. And then we said when it hits 60K, we're going to see it bounce back up. And that's exactly what's happening right now. You can see how the macro, the long term, we are right on Bitcoin. But another important thing right now is, just as we're going off of yesterday's video, is that this isn't the final stage for Bitcoin right now. This does not mean suddenly we are going to be looking at a bull market, but nor does it mean we are going to be in a bear market. Now, obviously, explain this to make it not confusing. Firstly, we have to realize that we've already seen so much people fleeing Bitcoin, and that's why we saw the selling happening. But you can see from the low of $60,001, what we've happened was a lot of people want to buy up as many Bitcoin as possible. So we now know there is a massive amount of Bitcoin buyers at this area. And so they are willing to be buying not just at 60K, but seeing the reaction, they want to buy it all the way through. But just like we've said before, the 70K to 60K has been the accumulation zone in the past before. It's just that the best optimal area for people to get in were obviously 60K, but anywhere between 60K to 70K is still good. And now this is the prime time for people buying into Bitcoin. And this is why I said this is not the end yet, because it's very important that these buyers, not only will they have to buy right now, but they need to be able to take Bitcoin above 70K, hold and close above 70K for us to actually be back in that bull market. That's the important part. It's not just that right now we have bias at 60K and we have a green candle with 11%, suddenly we're in the bull market. It's about closing above 70K. It's about showing that the buyers who are buying here are willing to hold on to long term. They're not just buying for this small swing trade of 60K to 70K. It's an 11% profit that you want to make sure that they're not holding for just the 11% profit, but for more. And that's ultimately what will allow Bitcoin to obviously go higher. And so that's what you want to look out for. Now, why I said this in how it can still be a bear market is just that the same logic applies. If the buyers are only here because they just want to take this small momentum of buying at 60K, selling at 70K, we're then going to continuously see price crashing. And if the price were then to fall below 60K, and this time we don't even have buyers coming in anymore because they are uncertain, because they realize that we can't actually hold and go above, and they want to wait for a better timing, then what we are going to be seeing is the price fall further. And that's what you want to look out for. And just like you can see right now, once again, we've highlighted this 60K to 70K a while ago. This isn't something we're doing hindsight. Even when Bitcoin was at 80, 90K, we already talked about this particular zone here. And you can even see right now, as of today, what we are doing is bouncing off of the 60K and rejecting off of the 70K. So this is why I'm saying that this is a very, very important zone. And this will dictate the movement for the next not only few weeks, but possibly few months. Because the bias at 60K right now is possibly going to be the lowest point of buying for the next few years for Bitcoin. And if that is true, then you have to realize that these buyers have to be extremely strong, extremely diamond-handed, and not willing to sell their Bitcoin for, cents on the dollars. And so this is what we have to look for. And now everything we've said so far has obviously come true. So right now we're just waiting for the final confirmation, but we've already talked about there is still swing trade opportunity. This is something that we've already mentioned in our past video. There is still swing opportunity because what's more likely is actually going to be seeing consolidation within this zone. And so if that is the case, you may want to be looking at swing trading. So short from 70 down to the 60K level, long from the 60K back up to the 70K level, and so on and so forth. As always, now this is F Financial Advice, and I'll catch you guys next time.